What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are back again for another news video today. I hope you guys have been enjoying these. I kind of like making them because like I told you guys in the beginning, like I kind of keep up with this stuff anyway, so if you guys actually like them, that helps. My next video is actually going to be an S13 video. I'm going to try to edit the S13 video that I have currently recorded right now. I finished one up and I just need to edit it, so hopefully I can get it edited this weekend and release it next week for you guys, and you guys will just have 2 videos next week, so look forward to that. Or if it doesn't happen next week, you'll have 2 videos the week after, I promise. With that out the way, let's go ahead and get into the video because we actually have a pretty big story to start off. But before we get into it, if you guys are not subscribed, please do so. I'm trying to hit 500 here, so if we can do that, that would be great. And if you have not, also hit the like button, please. It helps me out a lot, and it helps push my channel out, gives me extra views. Appreciate that a lot, and let's get into it. Our first story involves Cummins, and our car history has told us that normally whenever anything diesel related is in the headlines, it ends up not being that good, and right now it's proven to stay true. Cummins has agreed to pay a record-setting $2 billion in a lawsuit filed against them from the U.S. Justice Department and the state of California. The lawsuit says that Cummins installed defeat devices that basically disabled onboard computers and certain particular commands that the truck would do normally to stay efficient and actually pass emissions tests, but instead it doesn't do that whenever it's not plugged into an OBD2 or it's not being checked or anything like that. So the engine actually runs a lot less efficient and blows a lot more of the obviously CO2 and stuff like that into the atmosphere, which is obviously not good. The Justice Department is saying that Cummins used defeat devices on 630,000 trucks from 2013 to 2019, and then on an additional 330,000 trucks from 2019 to 2023, the department has said that Cummins has installed an undisclosed engine auxiliary system, which I don't really know what that means, but maybe they can't really explain it, or I don't know, but it says an undisclosed auxiliary system has been installed on 330,000 of these newer trucks instead of the defeat device that was in the previous models or the previous engine, whatever. And essentially that adds up to almost 1 million vehicles, which is a lot. That is a lot and a lot for them all to be spewing into the atmosphere. That's a lot. Under the settlement, Cummins had to pay $1.625 billion. 1.48 was to the federal government, 164 million was to the state of California, and the rest was to other various just parties. You can look it up and see if you want to know where the other like funds rest goes to, but those are the 2 main things. And Cummins is set to pay another 325 million to the state of California to help them clean up the emissions that the trucks have been spewing into the atmosphere. And it's to help, like I say, it's to help reduce the CO2 and the NOx emission numbers that are obviously just in the air from their trucks being liars, basically. Now, amongst all this stuff happening, them agreeing to pay all this, Cummins actually is denying every statement that's actually being said about them, which is kind of weird because, like, if y'all agreed to pay for this, y'all did something. Y'all obviously did it. I'm not gonna say, I don't really know if it's as bad or whatever, but I mean, you're agreeing to pay $2 billion, so you did something. So denying it kind of doesn't really sit right with me, but I digress. On top of all this, Cummins will have to pay additional fees if they don't recall at least 85% of these trucks. So hopefully they can get that done. Actually, no. Hopefully they don't get that done, so they have to pay more, because why are you even doing that? Our next story involves Honda, and they actually revealed a new, I guess, line of EVs called the Zero Series, which looks interesting, to say the least. They're not ugly or anything, but they do look different, and they're very interesting, and it's a new design language. And I mean, if they actually come out with something like this, it'll be kind of cool to see something like these on the road. Obviously there's nothing I can really talk about. I mean, it's just kind of been revealed. I don't really know what's going on with it, but they look kind of interesting. So, what do you guys think? Following up with that, I want to talk about this car that I've seen recently. It's called the Mullen 5RS. And, I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's an EV, it's a crossover SUV type thing. It's pretty cool looking, but it probably just drives like a regular EV. So, I mean, nothing special there, but looks pretty cool. And lastly, our buddies over at Ford, yet again, have more recalls. They're just terrible. I have a Ford. And what's crazy, this recall is on Focuses. My Focus is not affected. I do not own, I don't have the trim that this affects. But if you have the 3 liter turbo engine in your any Ford product from 2018 to 2022, or a 2016 to 2018 Focus with the 3-cylinder turbo. Apparently, there's an issue where the oil pressure drops, and that's due to the oil pump drive belt tensioner just like not doing its job. It comes off or something, and obviously, lowering your oil pressure equals bad time for engine, and that's not good. So, if you happen to have this 3-cylinder engine in your Ford, double check and see with your dealership if you are affected. And with that, we're going to end this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. What do you guys think about that whole Cummins situation? Because that's actually a pretty wild situation. They are paying a record-setting like thing, and that's a lot of money. $2 billion plus an extra 300 something later on. That's insane. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think, and let me guys know what you also think about those EVs. The concepts, any concept that have actually been coming out lately. There's been a bunch of them actually coming out at Tokyo Auto Salon. I could do like a video on Auto Salon on its own, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. So let me know if you guys would, because I will make a video about it because Tokyo Auto Salon is cool. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this. If you guys made it this far, hopefully you are subscribed, and if you're not, please consider doing so and giving the video a like. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.